Okay, installment number 2 of me on YouTube. Um, the first one was a response to the story about, well, the video of Scarborough and O'Reilly. This one's more direct to someone else that I have been watching on YouTube that even, actually, I have to say thank you, Warren. Warren 25 Smash. Let me say thank you to you first of all because you actually got me to the point where I finally decided to do this myself and put my own statements on here. And the message I'm sending to you is in response to actually, or the message I'm putting out here, I should say, not it is to you, but I want everybody else to listen to it too, is that number one, I've been subscribed to your videos for a while and watching them, and I don't necessarily agree with you all the time. Okay, matter of fact, there's a lot of things I disagree with you on, but the point is, I need to thank you for getting me a mind to do this, and the fact that at least you're speaking your mind. At least you're putting your opinion out there. Uh, I decided to post this video to you, or in response to you today, because specifically I heard you say in your video that you were sorry. Don't apologize. Okay? I may stand opposed to everything you're saying, but don't apologize for speaking your mind. It's America. It's what we're here. It's supposed to be part of the greatness of this country. Um, now, as far as an actual response to what you had to say, um, okay, a couple of issues that I had. We'll start with the issues first, okay, and then we'll get on to stuff where I actually agree with you. First issue, first issue I actually had was that okay, the whole Saddam becoming a martyr thing. Um, Someone was going to, okay. The problem that the thing that makes this less of a problem than we think it is that if there's one thing that we should have discovered, if nothing else, about the people in the Middle East, especially in countries like Iraq, is that different religious groups of Islam can't get along with themselves. They can't decide who's right and who should be a martyr and who shouldn't be a martyr. And if all of Islam got along great, then Iran and Iraq wouldn't have been at war all those years ago because Iran was being run by the Ayatollah, who, by the way, big Islamic dude, right? Um, Different Islamic factions, just like old world Christianity, when the Protestants and the Catholics were still killing each other, instead of just like putting each other down in church, they were like killing each other in the streets and stuff. Not that long ago in Ireland, okay, um, but the point still exists. They can't get along any better than Christians could, or the Jews could when they were all fractured and going against each other. It's basis of religion is not in harmony or agreement. It's in being opposed to someone else's religious beliefs. That's the way it tends to work in the world. So Saddam being made a martyr by one group, not such a big deal because someone else in the same country is going to step up within 24 hours and go, no, he was a madman. He killed his people. He needs to go to hell. No virgins, no heaven for him. And then whoever's saying that's going to get shot at by whoever's saying the other one. It's the way it works in their world, and I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's their way of life. I don't live there for a reason. It's not my way of life. As far as laying everything that goes on in the world and what we do at the foot of the President of the United States and saying it's all patently his fault, doesn't work. The president does not hold that kind of power. He is not an absolute dictator. Your remark about liberals moving in and they're shutting down, no more people being sent into Iraq and no more escalation in Iraq. The American people spoke in the election. They chose who they wanted in office, and supposedly the political system will work, and what they want is what will happen. Let me remind you, these are the same people, however, who less than 4 years ago re-elected a man that they were all yelling the same things about because we were already in a war, and he was the man who knew how to deal with it. I don't think anyone can argue that there was a reason for the United States to get into things in the first place. I think that you're naive if you believe that just because the United States went into Iraq, it started all of the bombings and stuff like that. No, the bombings were happening already. Remember September 11th, 2001? This is why we ended up going into Afghanistan and into Iraq. The bombings were there before we went in. And I'm sure the bombings will still be there. And yes, people will continue to die. But I'm more of the opinion that had we just laid down and said, well, they bombed us, what can we do? It'll cause more trouble if we go in there. I'm sorry. If someone goes to kick down the door to my house and kill my family, under the threat that they have 15 more people waiting if I kill them, that are going to come one at a time and attempt to kill my family and me, does not mean I'm going to stand back and go, oh, well, by all means, let's not have 15 other people try. Kill them. Go ahead. No. Faulty logic. The war was brought to the United States, and we took it back to people. Whether Iraq was necessarily involved or not, I don't know. But I do know this. Saddam Hussein did poison people in his own country, and it was people of Saddam's own country who tried, convicted, and executed Saddam Hussein.